Hi, I'm Gus Gonzalez, and this is your Dynamics 365 News Fix. February might be the shortest month of the year, but we still have plenty to talk about. Last month, I reported the increase on Dynamics 365 courses available in Microsoft Learn from 3 to 9. The new 6 courses that were added in January were directly connected with the brand new role-based exams introduced by Microsoft weeks ago. Well, if you thought 6 new courses were awesome, let me tell you that Microsoft dwarfed the month of January by introducing a whopping 38 new courses in February. Now, some of these courses are short and straight to the point, like the 42-minute course on creating business process flows, for example, and longer, more traditional courses like the 5-hour-long Implementing Dynamics 365 Customer Engagement online course. Although, I would say that on average, the courses will be around 1 hour long, which is amazing for Dynamics 365 professionals who just can't sit through a 3-day class and prefer to learn on demand. Now, probably my favorite feature of Microsoft Learn, well, besides the fact that it's free for everyone, customers and partners, is that we're no longer in a silo. If you're going through, say, a Microsoft Portals course and you want to see something that you want to dig into further on the Microsoft Azure side, for example, well, you can just jump into Azure training within the same learning portal. You finish an entire course on customer engagement and want to learn more about new solutions like Talent or the new marketing app? No problem. It's all there. Flow, Power BI, Power Apps, you name it, it's all there. I'll drop the link on the description below in case you haven't checked it out. And to wrap up the conversation regarding readiness, Microsoft recently shared 4 amazing webinars. Now you might be wondering, why am I choosing to showcase these out of the dozens of webinars that happen every month? Well, one of the things that we as MVPs benefit from is the ability to hear directly from the people working on Dynamics 365. It happens in our constant calls with the product team. It happens when we interact with the product team during our participation on every preview program. It also happens for 5 straight days every year during the Microsoft MVP Summit. The bottom line is, we love working with the Dynamics 365 product team at Microsoft, and we're constantly communicating with them. But this is not the case for other professionals and customers in the industry. Most people typically hear from Microsoft or from the Microsoft team during conferences, and it typically comes from the leadership or sales and marketing people, which of course, there's nothing wrong about that. We want to hear from them too, but sometimes you really want to hear it from the person directly working on a particular feature or functionality that you happen to be working with or that you have implemented within your company. And these 4 webinars do exactly that. They are presented by program managers and senior program managers at Microsoft, and they are great to watch, so make sure you check those out. February 21st brought the April 19 release notes. Over the last couple of years, these release notes have been in the form of a humongous PDF document with hundreds of pages in some cases. This time around, Microsoft structured them in a way that's easier to consume, at least in my opinion, while still giving us the ability to download the 396-page PDF, which, by the way, I'm so OCD that I would have added a few more screenshots just to make it 400 pages. Maybe that's just me, but if you really want to kill a bunch of trees and print this out and read it on paper, you can go ahead and do that from the release notes. I reported some of my favorite features on last month's news fix, so make sure you check that out if you missed it. With the introduction of HoloLens 2, Microsoft also introduced Dynamics 365 Guides, which Microsoft described as a new mixed reality app that empowers employees to learn by doing. They added the Guides enhanced learning with step-by-step instructions and guide employees to the tools and parts they need and how to use them in real-work situations. Now, obviously, I'm excited about this as much as everyone else, but I'm also concerned about factoring in the cost of providing a HoloLens to field service technicians by Dynamics 365 customers. For example, I worked on a project last year for an organization that had about 250 Dynamics 365 customer engagement users, but they had over 18,000 field service technicians. Now imagine me going to them and telling them that my solution requires we budget an extra $54 million to buy a bunch of HoloLenses for the technicians. Now they would have obviously just call the police at that point. But then I saw that during the Microsoft Business Forward event in Paris, Alyssa Taylor and James Phillips introduced Dynamics 365 Remote Assist for mobile devices, which uses augmented reality on the devices those field technicians are already using. I mean, that looks awesome. And it looks like, unlike HoloLens, which will only be available to organizations who can afford it, Remote Assist is something we can start implementing immediately and for everyone. So I'm super excited about that. Although I'm a little disappointed that this solution is only going to be available in Android initially. Hopefully they'll bring it to iOS soon thereafter. I mean, we'll let the Android guys work out the kinks and we'll jump on it afterwards. By the way, during that event in Paris, they also introduced Dynamics 365 Customer Insights, which was introduced a few years ago, and then it was in preview for about 2 years, and then they killed it. I think it was last year, mid-year, and now it seems to be back in preview, and they promised general availability in April, so I'm super stoked about that. Obviously, the new Customer Insights solution will be built in CDS and a new platform, so it's not the same thing that was killed last year. Hey, you know those times when you met people and they said, "Man, I love that but implementation"? Yeah, me neither. You know, maybe because implementing bots is super complex and I'm just not smart enough, but I always love the idea of automating customer service, right? I wish it was easier to deploy. Well, if you're like me, I'm happy to tell you that our digital prayers were answered with the introduction of Dynamics 365 Virtual Agent for customer service. Now we'll be able to create, deploy, and manage virtual agents that automate solutions to problems without having to be a data scientist, expert developer, Navy SEAL guy. Take a look at this. It looks like Flow, and I just can't wait to try this out in April. By the way, if you want to start trying the April 19 functionality before it comes out, you can activate it now through the Power Platform Admin Center. Now, it might not be available in all regions and for all instances, but it is available in a lot of cases, and I encourage you to install it on a sandbox environment and start playing with the new features. In order to activate the new features, you're going to navigate to admin.powerplatform.microsoft.com. Then you need to click on Environments. Then open the environment you want to enable updates on. Go right here to the right and click here to manage your updates. And finally click on Activate Now, but notice that there's a warning letting you know that updating is permanent and can be undone. So make sure you understand that before moving forward. And for those of you using Internet Explorer to access Dynamics 365 on the unified interface, Microsoft has shared an issue where the sitemap in the unified interface fails to render in some cases. Users affected by this issue will receive a blank page or maybe an access denied message when attempting to load the application on their Internet Explorer. Now, customers can fix this issue by updating Windows, since a patch was released on February 12 that will fix the issue, or they can just use another browser like the rest of humankind. In the family of Dynamics 365 customer engagement apps, Project Service Automation has definitely experienced the least amount of love, to the point that many industry experts and customers were wondering if there was any focus or even a future for PSA at Microsoft. Well, I guess we received our answer in the form of a brand new PSA update release on February 13th. The new update comes with 3 new features and fixes 16 bugs. So with the new version 3.4, it seems like PSA is stronger than ever. Finally, I wanted to encourage you to register for the Microsoft Business Applications Virtual Launch event happening on April 2nd. This event is not 100% dedicated to Dynamics 365 customer engagement. We'll also see content regarding Power BI, Power Apps, and Microsoft Flow. So sign up now. For more information about events happening online or around your city or country, check out the D365 Global Calendar, which is a site created by my good friend and fellow MVP, Matt Whitman. I'll drop a link below, and make sure you follow @D365 Calendar on Twitter, and maybe we can hang out at the next event, which by the way is this month. I'm attending 2 conferences this month. First is the MVP Summit in Redmond, Washington, where we'll be seeing content and presentation on, and also the super secret. But most importantly, I get to hang out with dozens of other CRM MVPs not only that week, but also many of us are gonna catch a plane on Friday and go to Extreme 365 and CRM Summit EMEA in Amsterdam the week after that. I'll be delivering some courses to help people prepare for the new exams and get certified. Plus, I'll be joining some panels and doing some sessions on my own, so I can't wait to see you all in Amsterdam. I'll be bringing my camera and all my travel podcast kits, so we'll be recording and producing tons of content for you. So don't forget to smash that subscribe button and like and share this video with others on the community so we all stay up to date. See you in Redmond, Amsterdam, or on the next Dynamics 365 News Fix. See ya.